Hello, my name is Simon Owens, and today I want to talk about how Twitter is really excelling at live video and how it might be able to beat Facebook at the live streaming game. So, Twitter's live streaming efforts first started when it purchased Periscope in 2015. Now, it was actually beaten to the punch because an app called Meerkat had launched a few weeks beforehand, but Twitter was able to quickly, through its already existing scale, to be able to overcome Meerkat's early dominance. But then not much longer after that, Facebook launched a tool called Facebook Live. And then there was this early assumption that Facebook was going to completely take over and dominate live video. And that's simply because Facebook has about 1.5 billion more active users than Twitter. So people just assumed that Facebook was going to move in and really just crush Periscope. Facebook even implemented some moves that really kind of tried to tip the scale as well. For one thing, it started to basically give a lot more prevalence to live video in the feed. You even got notifications when your friends or pages you follow were going live. And they even started paying publishers like BuzzFeed and the New York Times and a few others to create live video. If you remember, a few years ago, BuzzFeed received a lot of attention and press because it utilized Facebook Live in a really innovative way. Basically, two of its hosts went on Facebook Live and they started wrapping rubber bands around a watermelon until it exploded. And it was such a kind of novelty that I think something like 800,000 people tuned in to watch it live. So this was something where we had this early indication that Facebook Live might be a success. But for whatever reason, Facebook seemed to kind of lose interest in Facebook Live. I don't know exactly why. Possibly it was because they weren't just seeing the kind of engagement that they were hoping for. Maybe the BuzzFeed watermelon video was kind of an anomaly. But for whatever reason, they then started switching their efforts to focus more on on-demand content. And you see this especially now with their newly launched Watch tab, where they started basically paying publishers to create TV production level videos for Facebook Watch, so focusing much more on demand and rolling back a lot of their efforts on Facebook Live. Meanwhile, Twitter has doubled down on live video. They're aggressively inking new deals. They've been going, especially after live sports. They just inked a brand new deal with the NFL. They had previously been live streaming some of their games. Now that they're basically created a partnership where they're going to be creating some special live programming with the NFL every week. It also made a deal with Bloomberg. Bloomberg is now going to be basically live streaming content on Twitter 7 days a week. And it also has been doing really strong partnerships with another kind of upstart business news network called Cheddar, which is also producing Twitter-specific live video for the platform. And then the biggest move recently was BuzzFeed launching a live morning show on Twitter called AMDM. BuzzFeed had previously seen a ton of success having millions of live viewers on election night on Twitter Live. And this new AMDM show, which premiered a few weeks ago and shows up at 10 a.m. every morning, news reports are showing that it's receiving upwards of 1 million viewers who are watching it live. That's not even counting the viewers who are then going to watch clips and on demand after the fact. The reason that Twitter is putting so much focus on live video is because it's always been kind of the social network for live events. It's always been the place that you go for breaking news, whether it's live tweeting, presidential debates, the Super Bowl, or even just actual live breaking news as it's happening, whether it's the Ferguson riots or some kind of announcement that's coming out of the Trump administration. You can always see up to the minute posts there. And when you look at other social networks like Facebook, there could be sometimes hours of lag time between when an event happens and when you start seeing a lot of news and analysis happening on Facebook. So in some ways, Twitter is kind of the natural home for live video. Because of all this, I am extremely bullish on live video when it comes to Twitter, and I really think it's going to pay off in the long term for the platform. Okay, that's all I have to say. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel.